You're right, guys, what's going on? Right, I said not so long back about obviously the pickups that I'll be getting, basically an update on what I've got coming that I've actually prepaid for, if you will. Two of which were from Cash Converters. The other one I mentioned in the same video was my Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Well, happy to say I got all of them today, and I'm extremely happy with basically both of them, just for the fact that one of them I actually got on release when it first came out, which I was really pleased of. Unfortunately I sold it. I was about 18 at the time, so I kind of got a little bit pissed off afterwards and whatnot, so that's one of the reasons I'm collecting now. But anyway, like I said, the first one is, and like I said, I prepaid for both of these anyway, just for the simple fact that I wanted them and they were cheap as well. So let's go. First one, you probably tell what it already is, but bear with me. It is one of the original DS's. Now, you're probably wondering why. Currently I don't own a DS, but I've been wanting one. But I didn't want to go to the game and pay 60 quid for one or whatever. Simple. So I went looking out for deals and I just kept my eyes out, basically. Now, this cost me a grand total of 20 quid from Cash Converters. And the reason being, I'm guessing, is because I had no charger with it. And as we all know, if you have multiple DS's, I figured, oh, I'll have a charger at home. Wrong is probably the best way of putting it. Completely and utterly, catastrophically wrong. I didn't have a charger for this one, for the original DS. And the reason being, I don't know if you can see it on there, that charging port there is the same charging port that you had for the Game Boy Advance SP. I have the ones for the DS Lite and the DS XL. That's all I have, because they're a different format charger, so I was pretty pissed off with that. But anyway, so I looked online, and as we all know, things are cheaper online, in most cases. Not always, but most cases. But yeah, that, just pass that through for you. It's in mint condition, no scratches on screen or anything. That's one of the main reasons I bought it. And it's absolutely in mint condition, and it works perfectly. No fiddling or anything like that. It just works like a dream. But yeah, the obviously the screen isn't great on it, but I don't care about a bright screen or anything like that as long as it works. It's going in a collection anyway, so you know. But yeah, that's in absolutely mint condition. I was actually well surprised when I saw it. So I mean, there's a few surface scratches, but nothing big. So, like I say, I looked online and I wanted a charger for it, so I ended up getting the charger for it as well, which cost me a grand total of £3. And like I said, it is a Game Boy Advance SP charger, so I can still use it for Game Boy Advance SP if I ever choose to get one. If you guys have already seen, I've got a Game Boy Advance, but it's one of the old ones with the battery packs. And it has, bear with me, it actually has a battery pack on the back of it. This is the battery pack. You can see the batteries inside the things there. That does just clip off, but I'm not going to because it's a bit temperamental getting back in. But yeah, that's my Game Boy Advance. Not backlit, unfortunately. So it's one of the main reasons I got the DS, because obviously you can play the advanced games on that as well as your DS games. So yeah. Just another thing I want to mention about that as well. Basically, one of the other reasons I bought that was because now the Game Boy Advance carts and the DS Lite don't go all the way in, and they stick out at the bottom. And it might just be me being OCD, but I can't stand it. It pisses me right off. So I kind of figured that I'd just think, screw it, I'll get one with that, because in these, the Game Boy Advance cart goes all the way in and it flush with the front of the console as well. So that's one of the other reasons I bought that as well, why I like that one. And like I said, I'm not really not bothered about the screen. I mean, you know, as long as it works and it's got a backlit screen, I'm fine. So, but yeah, that's that one. Right, really happy with that for 20 quid. Like I said, a little annoyed that I didn't have a charger for it, but you know, it works. Now, the other one, this is where my life gets pretty interesting because it's also another thing I got on release. Now, while everybody else had a PlayStation 2 or an Xbox, I had a GameCube, which I still own, which is up in that corner there. Now, when it came to getting rid of the game, I'd clocked it to the extent where I had everything. Ultimate weapons, ultimate fucking everything. Just, I can't even mention what was in it. I even had Ragnarok sword and stuff like that. I mean, it was literally, I clocked it to the extent where I couldn't play it anymore. Unfortunately, after all these years, the memory card that I used, I don't have anymore. I've got a horrible feeling that it's one of the ones that was corrupt when I loaded something onto it and it didn't work anymore. So I'm a little bit annoyed with that. So, but the thing is, I got this exact version on pre-ordered it. If I remember correctly, it cost me £60, and I didn't own a Game Boy Advanced, which, to get this version, I pre-ordered this version thinking, oh, it's alright, you know, but at that time I didn't own a Game Boy Advance. I just didn't. I can't tell you why. Probably because I was too young and I was too busy playing on racing games and all that lot. Still do. But the thing is, I wasn't bothered at the time because I bragged on to my mates about this being Nintendo's kind of new start for what was their franchise before the PlayStation came along. And if you haven't figured out what I'm on about Final Fantasy. And the game that I'm on about is Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. Not the remakes, not Crystal Bearers, although I do own Crystal Bearers. Not the Ring of Fates that was a DS exclusive or anything like that. The first one on the Cube, which was Crystal Chronicles. Now, like I said, I got rid of the game, right? I didn't own a Game Boy Advance at all. Simple. And I bought this exact copy, in this exact box, on release day. Now, I'm so happy to get this. The only thing that I'm bothered about is the fact that the case that it comes in is a little bit scuffed and it's seen better days, basically. But now, this cost me a tenner. A tenner. You know, I mean, I didn't have the money at the time when I saw it, so I put a small deposit down on it. But, I mean, like I said, the box is a little bit, you know, iffy. But the weird thing is, the actual game, the case for the game and everything, is in mint condition. The game, the disc, there's just nothing scratched on it at all. And I was so pleased with this. It's got manual and everything like that, as you can see there. Game, manual. I was astounded. I asked to look at the actual game and the actual case to the game, and there's not a scuff on the actual thing, and I was well happy. But like I said, when I bought the actual game, it came like that with the box and whatnot like that. But underneath, and like I said, I never owned a Game Boy Advance back in the day. I only got one recently, or this year actually. And this, I don't even know why I got this version, but I got the version of it. You get, put that down there, a Game Boy Advanced link-up cable. And what it does, if you don't already know, I'm going to tell you anyway. But what it does, that side, basically, in fact I can show you. Screw it, I'm showing you. What it does, basically, you've got the slot up at the top of there with two like little vents, if you will, or what I thought were vents. This basically clips onto there, the plug goes in like that, and you've also got the other end of it, which you plug in to the GameCube. Now, what this does is it gives you extra kind of mini games for the actual game. What else it does? It also provides what similar games are doing now with the Wii U, where you can view a map on the Wii U, or as I'm doing at the moment, I'm playing Black Flag, Assassin's Creed 4. And what I've done, I've played it for the PS3, and I've downloaded the app for the game, and it lets you see like map data and things like that. But what the best thing about it, in my view, is because, as we all know, Crystal Chronicles, it was, if you don't already know, right, it was actually meant to be a fully multiplayer game. And what I mean by that is the fact that you could use that controller, or that thing as a controller for the game. Sorry, the Game Boy Advanced console as a controller for the game. And obviously back in the day that was pretty damn cool. And it's just one of those things, but you can organise like stats and things like that with it. It's absolutely amazing what they do with it. But I was so happy to get that. I paid a grand total of, what, 30 quid at most. And I was just so happy with it. So happy. As for the fines, couldn't believe it. It boxed and everything. It even comes with a wire for that, Crystal Chronicles, and the DS for 20 quid with no charger. I thought that was a fairly good deal. Fair enough, it's the old one, but I really don't care. Now, this is where things get interesting, basically. I'm done with pickups, for that anyway. But my wife has decided that I can't have them until Christmas. Mainly, right, not because she wants Christmas presents for me. Mainly because my birthday is on Christmas Day. And she's using that as an excuse to keep them to the side and use them as my birthday presents as well. So, I can't actually play them and tell you guys properly what I think of them either. So, for the next month and a half, you know what I mean. So, I'm gutted about it, but you know what I mean. But like I say, so happy with those pickups. Cannot believe I found the DS. But, you know. But both of those were from Cash Converters as well, so, you know. But, as always, I've managed to find something cheap that's meant to be a higher price. And the reason I say that is because I did the same with the Kinect for the Xbox. If you look at one of my previous videos, back down here, there was my Kinect, that is in one of Pickups videos, which came for, I think 24 quid I said it was, 24, 25 quid, when Game was still selling them for nearly 60 quid, pre-owned, may I just add. And I thought that was a pretty damn good deal, but I think I might have done it again with something else. But anyway, guys, I'm blabbing. Thanks for watching, anyway, and for now, I shall just ask you to like, comment and subscribe. And again, to anybody that subscribed within the last few days that I haven't mentioned in my previous videos lately, thank you very much. You're awesome. Keep commenting, keep liking, because as long as you like the videos, I can get more people to subscribe to my channel. It'll be awesome. In the meantime, guys, you've been awesome. Like, comment, subscribe if you're not already. And I'll see you guys in a bit. Happy gaming in the meantime.